The second team's first. Substitution for the Lancers, 42, Tommy Gozy.
Lancers, Caston earned the ball up the floor. You don't want to get too much of a hurry against the Lancer defense. There's a nice move. There's a nice baseline move. Shane Love's in double digits with 10, the only person in the game overall in double digits. Very near steal right there.
Substitution for the Lancers, number 23, Andrew Dill.
Wholesale substitution here for the Lancers.
35, Alec Coleman.
Alec Coleman. Gozy still in there. Andrew Dill. Got a three-point basket to his name so far, to his credit. Oh.
Did you see how high Alec Coleman got on that?
Yeah. Unfortunately, he couldn't take. He was the last one to touch it before it went out of bounds. 38-25 here. 4:14 in the third quarter. Lancers still applying the pressure. Taking them out of their offense, even if they're not getting steals off of this. Now, I spoke too soon. Andrew Dill up to Austin. Beautiful, just couldn't get it. How many times has that happened tonight? I've been lamenting this all season long that the Lancers just haven't been able to put the bunnies away. Bunnies and free throws. Wow, there's a nice move. He just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, it seems they do a lot better when they're in coverage. The harder the shot, the better their percentage.
That's why I like that jump pass from Connor Wazori. That's his game. Wow.
And it looks like they're getting the Comets on tilt a little bit here. For those at home, I think we have all of the audio issues fixed right now. We've switched out a couple cables, reset a couple things. Jake Zeiger shook a keyboard, and I think we're set up now.
Watch out for Alec Coleman, the guy who threw the ball in. Connor's going to take it. Tommy Gozy for three.
That's not a shot we've seen Gozy try to attempt a whole lot.
Very nice, no foul by Alec. He gets rewarded with the rebound. Beautiful. Tommy Gozy going to the line. Austin Dove, nifty little pass.
Tommy Gozy to the line for the Lancers, shooting two.
Tommy Gozy going for points 8 and 9. 42-25 with 2:50 here in the third quarter.
And number 44, Jimmy Fisher.
Dove's going to take a little bit of a breather here. And it seems like this defense just has not let up still.
Has not let up. All kinds of fits for Caston.
This is going to be the key to their success moving on in the coming weeks as well.
I think so. I've got Caston with 12 turnovers, but I think I missed some here in the third quarter.
And according to my score sheet that you're keeping for me, I've got him at 12.
Andrew Dill from way downtown.
And what I like, if you're at home watching that, Fisher moved underneath the basket ready for the rebound while the ball was still in the air. He didn't wait to see it come out. He was there ready.
Aiden Doyle hurrying the ball up the floor. Second board for Aiden Doyle.
Alec Coleman went up for that one, just couldn't bring it into his chest.
20-point lead. It's ballooned with 1:47. Caston wants their second timeout. It's a 20.
30-second timeout.
30, excuse me.
They're going to take a 30. We're going to take a 30. I'm going to polish off the rest of this cup of coffee. Stick with us here at LVH1.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Welcome back to the Daily Cox Gymnasium. I am still here with Mr. Wenger. He hasn't given up on me yet, and I hope you haven't either.
Cox Gymnasium. Yes, thank you for tuning in wherever you are in Lancerland. Lancers are putting on a defensive show. They're not getting the ball to drop consistently. Andrew Dill's given us a spark off the bench, and he just created that turnover with his quick hands. Wow, impressive. Seniors put it on a show. Juniors too, for that matter, here on senior night.
Junior's putting up a good supporting role.
You've been calling charges all night. That was a perfect one.
Alec Coleman even doing his part as a sophomore.
Absolutely. Jimmy Fisher takes it to the hole, gets rewarded. 7th point going for 8.
Caston foul number 21, Joey Spin. His second.
Joey Spin's second.
Substitution for Caston number 13.
Leads ballooned to 47-25.
Shooting one.
Caston has lost 3 straight before tonight. Lancers looking to make it 4 straight. Jimmy can't get the 3-pointer. Winding down to about 1:10 here in the third. Lancers enjoying a comfortable 22-point lead and not letting up on defense.
No, still unrelenting out there. Double covered.
Oh, Jimmy, that's a nice board. I've only got him for 4, but I may it seemed like I missed him. Missed a couple. Oh! Missed a couple on Jimmy. How about that?
Basket is good. Caston foul number 11, Keith Klein.
How about that Aiden Doyle making it happen for himself?
Very animated Aiden Doyle. I don't normally see that kind of emotion come out of him, but
he's an aggressive player, a defensive specialist, a hustler, a scrapper. Gets rewarded with 2. Let's go for 3.
oh, Emery put a little too much into that one.
.29-25, under a minute here to go in the third. Coach Edison is very pleased with what he's seeing on the defensive end. And part-time on the offensive end. There's another turnover from Caston.
That one might have been forced by Layton.
Everybody's contributing in their own way tonight.
I don't know what Coach Edison said in that huddle, but I wish we'd recorded it.
I'm sure he wished he could put it in a bottle. Lancer's probably going to play for a good last shot. You see the referee counting with his arm extended. He's counting. That's a close guarded. You can hold the ball for 4, then bounce it for 4, then hold it again for 4 before it's a violation. It used to be just if you're closely guarded. There's a nice little nifty pass. Beautiful, beautiful.
Is that 9 for Emory?
Jimmy from Austin Dove ending the 3rd quarter. Lancers going into the 4th quarter, outscoring Caston 21-8 in that 3rd quarter to take a 51-25 lead into the 4th.
They're going to take a break. We'll take a break. Stick with us here on LVH1, your voice of Lancer Nation.
First Source Bank is a proud sponsor of LaVille Athletics. Whatever your future holds after high school, make sure you also think about your financial future. Opening an e-student checking account with First Source Bank is a great way to keep you connected to your personal finances as you start on your road to success. Bank the way you want, when you want, 24/7. Apply online at firstsource.com today, or come see us at locations in La Paz, Plymouth, Bremen, Walkerton, or South Bend.
First Source Bank.
Member FDIC.
We have 8 guys that scored.
Some of our more astute observers back home may have noticed a couple new additions. We've got Elena Franz the past few weeks has been the manager. Her Charisma Lewis replacing Aiden Doyle with his management duties from earlier in the season. And then way down on the sidelines there, we've got Gary Hall back. And it's good to see him back in the hallways.
Good to see Gary Hall.
He's riding around on his scooter.
Trainer extraordinaire.
You were pointing out an interesting stat. How many people are in double digits right now?
Lancers have nobody with 10 points or more. However, eight guys, just threw it away. 8 guys are in the Lancer scoring column. It means 3 guys off the bench have scored, obviously. And that's huge. That's huge for Coach Edison. Get as many guys that, can contribute in a positive way for the Lancers heading into sectional. Every coach wants to see that.
Shows an unselfish team.
Very much so. Nice board, Connor. Very wise to slow that one down. Layton's going to say, I'll take that.
Look at this junior trifecta we've got out there right now. We've got
that's our future, right?
Aiden Doyle, Layton Zarnecki, and Bobby Good, Bobby Buckets.
Bobby Buckets only with 5 tonight, but contributed in so many other ways.
I found out Alec Coleman doesn't call him Bobby Good, he calls him Bobby Gross.
Layton's going to take that all the ways. Steal and a bucket. Layton Zarnecki, beautiful. Layton with 7 points. They seem to have gone away from Hunter Shane Love in the second half. They got him involved early in the 3rd quarter. I think the Lancer defense has just been a little bit too much. It's only the Lancers' 2nd team foul this quarter, now the 3rd.
But they're in a position where they can give those up.
Oh, the lead went down from 30 to 28, so you're absolutely right. The Lancers can try different things, but you don't want to establish bad habits. Lancers got a game tomorrow night at Concord. Concord's really struggling this year. And then we end with Oregon Davis Tuesday. Sectional draw this Sunday, Coach. Oh, I'm looking forward to that sectional draw. So much is going to depend on the Lancers' fortune. So much is going to depend on that draw. As every team can say that every year. Bobby's going to take that all the way, get rewarded with 2.
Caston foul number 4, Luke Lau.
Luke Lau. It's not low, it's Lau.
Wow.
4.
Like the actor Rob Lau.
Shooting 2.
And the department store.
Looks like we've got the whole bench out here coming in for Caston. Aiden Doyle over there talking to Coach Breeden and Coach Edison.
Jason Breeden will not be an assistant coach for long, I predict. Somewhere, somebody, an athletic director somewhere is going to say, let's get that guy for our basketball team.
We're pretty fortunate right now. We've got him in as a student teacher, so we kind of get to see him interacting a little bit with the students.
Absolutely.
He's learning from, in my not so humble opinion, one of the best coaching staffs. And over in the history department, he's learning from Lee Denny, probably one of the
very established, excellent social studies teacher.
He's a very fortunate young man to have the influences that he's got right now.
We're lucky to have him. You're right, Coach. You're right. He's got great mentorship in both capacities. There's a nice pass. Tommy Gozy intimidated that. 57-27. Lancer defense has just been spectacular. 10 points only for Caston so far this
That looked like a heads-up play from Dove trying to make something happen. That might be the last time we see here, Connor.
Couldn't very well be. We're going to see the freshman brigade tonight. Alec Coleman bringing the ball up. We haven't seen that much this year. We're going to see the freshman brigade tonight, Coach?
I would expect it.
Oh, and contact not called. Dove with 2, he's got 8.
Dove's got his own little fan section up there. Over on the north side, he's got about a quarter of that bleacher all owned to as a family.
Is that Joey Spinn with his third foul?
Caston player control foul number 21, Joey Spinn. His third team
15 unofficial Caston Comet turnovers, 59-27 Lancers. I expect them to be emptying the bench here. Tenth Lancer turnover unofficially. Under 5 minutes to go here. Lancers up 32, very comfortably. Spearheaded by their defense and hustle like that.
Looks like Caston's bringing all of their starters back in. And here's the first one of your freshmen.
Brigade. Now is that Cody or Colin?
I'm going to let Steve Cox tell me.
I'm going to tie you in knots over that one. That's okay. I've got Jimmy Fisher coming out to a huge ovation. I got Jimmy with 9 points and scads of rebounds, and believe it or not, scads of assists. Tommy Gozy on a nice board.
There may not have been many louder than Elena Linke that time. Probably his biggest fan out there. In the student section, at least.
Oh, got away with one there. Ross Wagner in.
Oh.
In 2 years, Mr. Allen's going to be the one swatting those out there.
That was a big play from Shane Webb.
Still keep possession. That's the thing about a block shot. They look good. They send a message to an offensive player, but in that case, we retained possession, so what have we lost? Layton's the only starter in there. Looks like Ryan James is going to be replacing him shortly. Winding down to about 4:10 here in the fourth quarter. Lancers have it on cruise control. Very impressive performance. And how many bunnies have they? Ooh, that did look like a carry. How many bunnies have they missed? How many points have they left on the floor?
Yeah, that's a really good point. With the lead we've got, it could be a lot bigger if they'd made some of those plays, especially earlier in the game.
Oh, boy, you hate to see that.
Caston foul number 13, Hunter Shane.
That's why he went down.
Substitution for number 4, Ryan James.
Aiden Doyle looks like he's going to tag someone.
Number 32, Aiden Doyle.
Tommy Gozy coming out to an ovation.
Senior basketball players.
8 points for Tommy. I got him for 5 boards. I got a feeling I may have missed 1 or 2. Lancers are going to milk this. Every time Alex is going to go to the line. Every minute they get of experience
Number 10, Kate Zeider.
is an investment. I think we go to the line, Alec.
His first, team 7.
4 of these players were all playing JV last year, and now they're going up against seniors tonight.
For the Lancers, shooting 1 and the bonus.
I don't know if that's intimidating or maybe something to be proud of, but
Correction. 4 of them were playing 8th grade ball last year.
Yeah.
There you go, Alec. He's on the scoreboard with his first point. I have him for only 2 boards, but I know I've missed some for him. He's been very, very active, playing within himself. Mr. Shane Lobb comes down with the board.
probably gunning for one of those leadership positions that's going to open up next year.
Well, the experience he's gained this year is going to be invaluable. We're going to have, like you said, the 3 or 4 juniors that we have that have gotten tons of experience, barring injury, of course. You know, some of these guys play football.
Some of them play baseball. We're going to see Connor a little bit more here in a couple weeks. We'll see Dill a lot more in a couple weeks. Leighton Zarnecki, Emery Fisher, Aiden Doyle is going to play some track. So these athletes don't stop just because it starts to get a little bit warmer outside.
Did you say Aiden Doyle's got to be running track? That's a nice move right there. I heard baseball.
Is he doing baseball? I know it was up in the air.
Up in the air.
Yeah.
His mom's the track coach. I think they call that a Bronx cheer.
Way to go.
Very animated crowd Caston brought with him.
Very much so. They brought their cheerleaders with them. They brought a nice crowd.
Yeah, like I said, outside of Bi-County, this might be one of the biggest crowds we've seen.
One of the best crowds we've seen. There's a nice board.
Now it's an interesting position where they're trying to open up and get the best possible shot. And these young players that are out there for the Lancers are trying to show themselves.
Absolutely. Under 2.5 to go here, 60 to 29. You heard that right, 60 to 29. Lancers are saving one of their best for last. Last home game. Thank you for being with us all season long. Aiden Doyle's 3rd board. Go along with his bucket. Aiden Doyle is a true gentleman. Can't say enough good things about him.
And I can't find anything bad to say about him either.
Absolutely. Just missed getting his 4th point there.
I think he just gave one of the Allen boys a hug out there on the court.
A little bit inadvertent there, huh? Ryan James on the scoreboard with a board. Alex going back to the line.
Caston foul number 33, Mike Rand. His 2nd, team's 8. Coleman to the line for the Lancers, shooting 1 and the bonus.
Mike Rand's second foul. I don't have him as scoring. Alex got his 2nd point.
Substitution for
61-29, minute 32. Attaboy. 3 out of 4 for Alex from the line. That's a welcome sight. I'd like to see that free throw percentage tick up toward 70% for a team. I know that's asking a lot heading into sectional, but we're going to need. Yep, Ryan, you reached in, got your hand in the cookie jar.
Allen was in my class talking about it earlier, his free throw percentage. He and a couple of the JV boys The net doesn't move. No one's in your way. The line's the same spot every time.
It's universal just about, isn't it?
Got to make them a little bit more often than we do.
Ross Wagner's second foul.
LaVille foul number 11, Ross Wagner.
6 on the Lancers. They'll be shooting after this. Will Caston. Oh, there's a nice defense by Ross. There you go.
Big play from Sam Smith there.
Sam Smith.
6-foot sophomore. And the Lancers hang on to the ball here. Ross Wagner. Ross Wagner, the rebound basket.
Flashes of Riley coming out of there.
Oh, Ross Wagner wanted to remind me, Riley's not the only one to get to be shooting a thousand from three-point land. Ross Wagner against Culver's made his only 2 threes of the year, so he's also 1,000% three-point shooter. That's got to be some kind of record. The Wagner brothers, 1,000 points. Wow.
Number 32, Aiden Doyle.
Do you ever attempt another one?
His second team, 7.
I got a feeling with 3 seasons to go, he's going to attempt more than just one.
It's a lot of pressure to keep that average up.
Winding down here to the last possession, 64-31 Lancers.
Alec Coleman just has the swagger of a basketball player, doesn't he?
He's got a swagger, that's for sure. I think making the varsity has been totally unexpected, and it's done a world for his confidence as a young man and as a ball player. Playing out the string here. Lancers going to be victorious, 64-31.
Not the outcome that anyone had called for.
And I still don't have anybody in double digits for the Lancers. Led in scoring unofficially by Jimmy Fisher with 9, Tommy Gozzi with 8, Austin Dove with 8, Andrew Dill with 9, Bobby got 6 in the second half and finished with 7, Layton with 7, and Connor Wazorik with 9. So there's very, very nice balance there for the Lancers. And that was a nice victory.
A well-rounded offense can bring out scores like what we saw just tonight.
Absolutely. We got 2 more games in the next 5 days. We got one tomorrow at Concord, and then we finish the season at Oregon Davis Tuesday. 2 struggling teams. It looks pretty promising for the Lancers going into sectionals a week from after next week.
We do want to thank everyone for sticking with us. If you did have any issues, like I said before, we've got that senior video uploaded where you'll be able to watch it on your own at any point. We are really proud of all 4 of the seniors that came out: Gozzi, Dove, Connor, and Emery, Jimmy, as some people might call them. We're proud of what they've done over the past several years, watching them grow up in class and on the court. And we appreciate you for joining us tonight. Thank you for being part of our loyal fan base. And thank you, Mr. Wenger, for all of your support this year.
We had a good time. We've seen some good basketball, and let's see some more.
Yes, sir. Until next time, this is LVH1, your voice
Good night,
of Lancer
everybody.
Nation.